Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniel and today we have a super special video. Now I say this because I've been searching super long for the BMW E46 OEM M3 rear quarter panels. Now I finally got a hands on a set of rear quarters and it was by, of course, my buddy Alex, who has purchased a wrecked M3 just to salvage some of the parts that he needed, and he would graciously offered me the rear sets at a really good price. Of course, getting these rear quarter panels out by myself and of course with the help of Alex was super challenging. I couldn't have done it without a good friend of mine, Sean Photography. If you're watching, thank you for your guidance and thank you for your tips and tricks on how to get these quarter panels out. But definitely it was a good learning experience. And of course, I want to bring you all along for the ride. I'm going to quickly show you some clips on what transpired at my buddy's place and we'll break down what we did. Let's go. Now we are at a secret residential location where my buddy Alex resides. He currently has a wrecked M3 in his garage that he is slowly just dismantling and taking apart. He is obviously taking the stuff that he wants and needs for his own E46 M3, and I'm here to just get the OEM E46 M3 rear quarter panels. Now we have been working on the rear quarter panels for a good amount of sessions, and that is for good reason, due to the fact that him and I are basically trying to feel out what to cut, what not to cut, and how to get it out cleanly. Now, there was a lot of pain points, there was a lot of hurdles, and I've been keeping in touch with Sean Photography. Shout out to you, Sean, for helping me out. Now, today, we are finishing up our last session. I am going in to basically just get the driver's side rear quarter panel inner skin and also the M3 trunk floor. I'm gonna bring you along to the ride and I'm going to let you know where to cut, where not to cut, and what the situation is like right now. I'm gonna check in with my buddy Alex to see if it's okay to film inside his garage. Sometimes, obviously, people don't really like it. So, and of course, it's his property too. So I'm gonna try my best to see if he's down for it. If he is down for it, then I'm gonna ask him to do a little bit of a 411 on what he did and what he cut, because he was teaching me on how to use the angle grinder. I was a complete novice and I am still a novice. I did get my hands a little dirty on it and used it, but it wasn't to his extent. So shout out to you, Alex, for helping me out on this and guiding me along the way. So with that being said, let's go. All right, guys, so we are here at my buddy's place, Alex. As you can tell, he has the E46 M3 already taken apart. Now, he has, of course, graciously allowed me to film inside his quarters, which is pretty amazing. So I could bring you up and close and personal on what we're doing today. The rear quarter panels have already been removed. Alex has been hacking away at it for the past couple of sessions. The most tricky part about this installation or uninstallation is, of course, these spot welds right here. Now, these spot welds, they were, of course, very tight and very close to the body. And what we had to do is we had to just drill them out. The other side of the quarter panels, you have to make sure that you cut inside the skin so that the quarter panel comes out easily. Now, the quarter panels in itself, there's two skins. There's an outer skin and there's also the inner skin. A lot of folks that put these quarter panels on sale at the marketplace, they're only selling the outer skin. So if you want to do a proper conversion and if you're a purist, you definitely want the inner skin as well, because as you could tell, the inner skin, it sticks out way more compared to the non-M version. So definitely be mindful of that, and of course take the gas cap as well. I will definitely showcase the rear quarter panels in a sec, but here's my buddy Alex. Alex, say hi.
Hey,
Alex. Alex, what was the most difficult part about cutting the rear quarter panels?
what was difficult was watching Daniel do it. It was so scary to watch, and getting stuck on the weld. Actually, Daniel did all the work. Is needing step drills. So it's good to have this tool. Drill a small pilot hole first, and then zip, and next thing you know, you get in a little bigger, a little more, and then you can see it separate. The outer skin completely separates from this solid inner panel as well. So that's difficult, and also was knowing where to cut. So it was we did quite a few hacks on the fuel filler area here. And we weren't sure where do we cut. So you can see where we tried. Over here, we try to go sideways. That's not the way. The way is to do a vertical cut this way and this, so that it's you're only just cutting the sheet metal versus trying to. So you're still attached to the car even when you cut this line here.
Definitely. And don't forget all the ab work that you put in, Alex. All the ab work trying to get into the inner skin area. That was definitely a workout in its own. Now we are going to move along down to the lower trunk floor area. If you're familiar with the M3, the exhaust of the M3 does have a bigger muffler, and it's of course a quad exhaust setup. So if you're a purist and you're looking for the quad exhaust setup on your non-M, you're definitely going to need the trunk floor as well. So we're going to get that started. We're going to hack away. It's going to be super loud, probably not going to bring you along the journey, but I want to definitely emphasize the fact that cutting the rear quarter panels, it may seem easy on the surface, but there's a lot of inner skin material that is very, very thick and very hard to get through. Make sure you do this with a buddy. Try not to do it yourself because it can get quite sparky. Now, definitely want to bring you in closer onto this action here where we've actually made a lot of experimental cuts here to the point where we were not really sure what we were cutting. But Alex, you want to just walk us through your findings here and just walk us through what was the right cut and wrong cut?
Hey. All right, so we looked on Google and they said, okay, yeah, just cut the inner tub out first. So, but they don't really specify how far in we go. So what do? We came in somewhere around what was easy for the tool to do, which is around 2-inch cut from the edge. And so you see a line like this. And we did it was correct here. However, once you get a little lower, you get it really, really close to the outer skin. Otherwise, you end up inside of here. So this cut here is no good. This cut here, no good. This cut here, also no good. Right? So finally, we got really, really close to the outer sheet metal, and we hit this line here, and that was good because that's you're no longer hitting the underskin, I guess we call this, or the base. And then same thing here. So if you cut here on this line, you're going to still be stuck to the car. Here you're not. So that worked out good. This was the back side of it was fairly straightforward. We came along the top here, down here, cross here. So we didn't make too much mistakes here. That was fairly straightforward. Come out to the edge of the tub, make a cut across, and then you'll be able to cut off the rear quarter. That's where it separates.
Nice. All right. Now you know what to do, what not to do. So if you folks at home are trying to get some rear quarter panels from M3, try your best to keep your cuts clean because obviously here we did a lot of experimental cuts and it can get quite sharp and dangerous. So make sure you protect yourself and make sure you do safe practice stuff. All right. We're going to move on and we're going to tackle the floor and of course get the inner skin on the outside and then Bob's your uncle. All right. So another pain point. So I definitely cut all alongside of the floor of the trunk very successfully. As you can see from the video, it's definitely nice and loose already. And I also drilled through all the spot welds as well. But this is something that I have been tackling and see if I could extract. And it's been a grind, let's just say that. No pun intended. But I'm going to pause right here and ask for help because I definitely need some assistance. But if we just steer our attention over here, I cut the inner skin of the rear quarter panel on this end, and everything here is nice and stripped to what I need to retrofit this onto my non-M. So this side is super clean, and I'm super excited to just collect all the pieces and have it in, I guess, my possession before I make this big operation. But I'm going to keep you posted on what I need to do or what else I need to do for the trunk floor. Here we have the M3 subframe, which is a glorious mod if you're planning on doing it. But I'm definitely going to ask for more assistance and have maybe some help on cutting the bottom out. Stay tuned. So we finally got the M3 floor trunk out. What was holding this back was not the spot welds itself, but actually just seam sealer and glue between the metals. Took a little bit of prying, took a little bit of yanking, but we got it out. Now this is the OEM E46 M3 rear quarter panel set. Now what you see here is basically what you need for a successful conversion on the rear end. Now I apologize for the choppiness of the videos and of course the sequences of videos from my buddy's Alex's place to of course back here. When we were working on the car, it definitely was an environment where it was very messy, it was very loud, and definitely wasn't really story-worthy telling. But I definitely want to recap on what happened at Alex's place. Basically, my buddy Alex, he is such a champion. He was such a mentor for me when we were going through this whole process. I was basically guiding him and letting him know where to cut, and he will definitely execute that strategy for me. I definitely did not have a good amount of experience with the angle grinder like him, so I was a little bit choppy when I was handling it, but I did get some angle grinding time with the rear trunk floor. But shout out to you, Alex. Thank you for helping me execute this passion project, and I just want to walk you viewers through what you need to cut and of course bring back to your garage for this DIY to happen. Let's get it. Okay, all right, now starting off here of course with the E46 quarter panels, you need of course the left and the right, and of course you need the gas cap. You also need this piece right here. Now what this piece is basically an extension of of course the gas cap, the gasoline intake hose or circle or whatever you want to call it. This is actually a little bit wider compared to your non-Ms, and what is special about this is I took notes from Sean, who has done many conversions such as his sedan and wagon, that these two holes right here that of course mounts on to, I guess like right here, these two, they do not match the non-M. So you need to cut this out and you need to weld this in so that it matches with, of course, the gas intake hole, I guess, and of course, these two door holes as well. So when you are shopping for E46 rear quarter panels, make sure that you get this piece as well. Otherwise, you're just going to be mounting on the outer skin and you won't have the inner skin to match with this rear quarter panels, and then you'll be of course like stuck in the water. You won't even know what to do. And of course I also went on the other side and cut the inner skin as well. Of course the OEM M3 rear quarter panels, they are much more wider than your traditional non-M, so you need extra metal to of course weld onto and fabricate. So this is a piece that came from the driver's side right there. Yeah, so it came from the driver's side. I highly recommend you getting as much as you can, because essentially honestly all you need for the rear quarter panels is basically the arch. The arch is what is important. You won't need any of the access like trims or even the rear tail lights. Of course, if you want, you obviously should cut more so that you could bring back more just in case you do need it. I don't think you need it. I know you don't need it because based on my research, everyone just cuts and utilizes the arch only. Now, Alex, he definitely threw this into the mix due to the fact that just in case I needed a longer gas hose to reach to the top of this gas intake hole, whatever you call it. I don't have the proper terminology in me right now, but he threw this in just in case I need it. Of course, this goes in from the back, and of course will allow you to pour gasoline into your vehicle. Now, moving on to the rear trunk floor. Now, this rear trunk floor was very difficult to get out due to the fact that I basically had to fight the seam sealer. As you could tell right there, there are multiple holes within this trunk floor. Those were the spot welds, and I had to drill them out, and I had to make sure that it was detached from the metal underneath. And of course, the metal underneath, what was holding it left was only the seam sealer. So what we had to do. Now, I do not recommend this, but it is what it is, and we did what we had to do. We kind of just pried it out with a little bit of a force just to separate the metal. I definitely didn't want to grind away the seam sealer with a grinder. Could have been super messy and of course super chaotic as well. Hence why this tub here or this trunk floor is a little bit warped. It's not going to be a problem. You could definitely just reinforce it and shape it to your non-NAM trunk floor. You need this because essentially the OEM BMW M3 exhaust is a quad exhaust setup, and there is a huge horizontal muffler, which I'll probably pop up on the screen somewhere, but you need that. But that huge horizontal muffler, it basically is, you need clearance. And on the non-AMs, they have a spare tire wheel well, which personally I don't use anyways. You definitely need to add this modification if you want to run the OEM M3 quad setup. Now, just to recap, of course, these are the pieces that you need. You need the trunk floor, the 2 rear quarter panels, the gas cap, super important because it flares out a little bit due to the fact that the rear quarters are so wide. And of course, you need the inner skin material as well. This is from the driver's side, this is from the passenger side, and as an added bonus, you could grab the gas hose if you need it, but I just grabbed it just in case. And overall, I'm super excited. I'm super happy about this whole set. The only caveat is that there's a bit of damage, or there's a bit of corrosion on the gasoline quarter panel. As you can see right here, there's a bit of corrosion from the inner skin, and I believe that this can be addressed at a proper body shop. I wasn't really too hung up on it due to the fact that rear quarter panels from an M3 is definitely a little bit hard to come by, but definitely this could be sanded down and repaired, so I am not too sad or mad about it. Now, of course, when we were cutting and when we were trying to experiment where to cut, where not to cut, and cutting the inner skin, Alex could definitely vouch for this. It was definitely a little bit difficult, but we did nick the inside of the gasoline housing area a little bit. It's not a lot. I definitely feel that we could patch that up. It was a whole learning experience for him and I, and it definitely was something that we just accidentally damaged. But overall, this is the set that you need, boys. But this is the set that you definitely should look out for. Obviously, a lot of people on eBay and Facebook Marketplace just sell the left and right rear quarter panels, but you need a lot of different items to make this conversion complete. And I'm pretty sure I touched base on this at Alex's house, but these spot wells here, I had to drill them out for these to detach properly, and I definitely had a lot of fun and of course learned a lot while doing so. The driver's side rear quarter panel, super clean, 0 to no corrosion, so I'm super happy about that, and I am just super excited to get this project going. Next up, of course, I need the rear bumper, and I also will need the OEM M3 rear quad exhaust. I'm not sure if I want to run that quad exhaust. Maybe I could modify my current exhaust to run this setup. I'm a little bit unsure, but we will definitely have to see. But first step is done already. Got the rear quarters, super happy, super excited. So there you have it, guys. This was the M3 E46 rear quarter panel uninstallation. Now, I say uninstallation due to the fact that we had to, of course, cut and grind and, of course, pull and pry. So this was definitely a challenging experience, but one for the books. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this video and, of course, what you think about this retrofit. I'm super excited to eventually get this on my car and super excited to add this to my collection. This was a long journey, a long time coming, and I'm just super excited and, of course, grateful to have this in possession to add this on later on. Of course, if you have any additional tips, please comment down below. Of course, if you haven't done so already, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my socials. It really helps me in the long run. But until then, see you next time.